strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves, I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is
a bit racist about
of focus.
because he's been a goblin.
How it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. O'Neill, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
She'd just eat it.
Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
And that's a racist old woman with how she spoke about the goblins, so I just
Revelio.
What's this room? I was like in virtual reality, I think. Within this room, perhaps. Alright, map chamber. He wasn't there when I started this.
Is it true? Has
A
someone
new dude.
completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to
We
meet
are at a school.
The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
So all this trial stuff's at a school, yeah. Now they're saying about how young you are when you're in your final year at the school. I'm going with it's fascinating because disturbing is what they'd want me to think. We don't... They're afraid of... Unless I should agree with them. I know they're going to say, yeah. I'm fascinating.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Okay. So, the only bad thing really with what she's done is Isabella is eating the emotions without permission from the people, really. That she's taken them from.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Oh, isn't it? I think they're going to that menu. Why didn't it tell me what she was saying? So in the full corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea somewhere you can focus your studies anyway from prying up. Deke tells me he shared with you his experience with the Phoenix. Please check in with him when you get the chance. He has an idea for you I thought worth exploring. So that's probably what it was supposed to say to me. The quest. Requirement. I already know that spell. Natty outside Hogsmeade. Poppy at Forbidden Forest. And Milda for the flying thing. Phoenix. Just what's the new one? So we're gonna go Phoenix as well. Perhaps. Well, I guess we'll get some of these side quests out of the way with. Broom flying, maybe. Choose the map. World map. Oh, that was ages away, wasn't it? Yeah. Different quest then. Hogsmeade. outside Hogsmeade. Alright, still the quickest way to get there is through Hogsmeade. So that whole storybook thing that they showed me didn't really tell me how that lady died or much about it. What the whole point behind it all was, other than the memory you see at the end. Just taking the emotions away from her is what killed her? Doesn't actually say that, so...
To put an end to Harlow.
Yeah, let's talk.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What am I hoping to find from them, learn from them?
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Alright, where can I find them?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Alright, let's talk to his
Very
friends
well.
then.
I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
These people within Hogsmeade, I'm guessing? Yeah.
Not a day goes by I don't wish I'd paid better attention.
There's the pub here. Stairs.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
You're a student, alright.
Mrs. Rabe, I
Or
wondered
not.
if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give. And my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Yeah, why would they take Harlow, your husband, and not you? More leverage, I guess. Right.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you given him Harlow information about Gringotts?
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Does the note confirm kidnapping?
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
So they know them enough to know what matters to someone, I guess. But... Alright, that's what I needed,
Thank
I
you,
guess.
Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Okay, this is the note that was... had a knife sticking into it, I guess, but just found. We do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our work in our working together. Shall we expect a response by a week's end? This is best we keep this between us if you understand our meaning. This isn't as threatening as it could be, though. Really.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Singing. There must be something in this pub that I haven't uncovered. For a note or something somewhere. Oh well. Probably come across it another time.
Revelio.
No, it's probably up higher. I think it's not as loud now. I don't know. Let's just talk to these other people.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help.
I don't know what that is.
I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
So you've been stealing for the dude. Mr. Hill seems like a fair man, can't you tell him? Can you tell him?
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man.
Better than stealing
But
from
when
him.
it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
I'm gonna tell Rosie about it as well as him. Alright, how are you hiding this extortion?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Being pretty dishonest. About the note.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Alright, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right
I'm
track.
going to go talk to your boss.
I'm the last of Mr. Biggles' friends.
Oh, we'll sell stuff to him. I was more curious to see if there's going to be dialogue here.
Revelio.
Alright. They're both wearing Ravenclaw uniforms. Yeah.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You should have spoken out.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow
What'd you
committed
do?
violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
He was stealing from that clothing store, stole some gold-plated book, and extorting someone to break into something at Gringotts.
I don't think anyone at the ministry works.
I have a terrible...
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Get herself in trouble, I guess.
Historically speaking, there's never been...
Natty must be around here somewhere.
A wand.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio!
Footsteps. I kind of wish the view give me a further distance view from this camera angle. I've got much control over that though. I think it's already at max what I can do.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Where's the bartender? He just walked through a wall. Okay.
Revelio.
bricks were laid.
Good thing the Ministry banned underage sorcery.
Aloha Mora.
Actually, no, come back to this, because in case I can't... it won't let me quit. It does. Because I might have to change time, and I forget to go back in there.
Betty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Ashwing Hideout. These are the people that work for Harlow, I think, isn't it? Poachers or something, I'm not sure. They're the same people or not.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio! Accio! A hidden door.
Alright, find Natty, optional find the book of poems and find a love letter.
Revelio.
Okay. I guess I'll do that.
Must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
I've used unforgivable curses on occasion.
Is there any additional reward though for doing these other things? Or how change if it changed the story much?
Revelio.
Using that girl as bait, Alan's coming for her. Just kill her.
Harlow says her friend had been reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
I've never seen something.
Revelio.
Miss a payment with me, and I'll make you pay through the nose.
Everyone in our hospital shouts yesterday, but I can't.
Hey. What are you, shy?
Is that you, Royland?
Thought you could hide from me, did ya?
Alright.
Crazy.
Oh, what a nightmare.
Bombarda. Accio.
Reducto.
Bombarda, you're going to regret Accio.
Revelio.
Oi.
Is this supposed to be a love letter you would dear to me as? Whose voice foretells the coming rain, you are as loved to me by as a crust could be. This is okay. This is supposed to be poetry. Whose loyalty is true in pain. You have cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You have always been the one.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
Wouldn't it stand? Good door, isn't it?
Revelio.
Don't want to go up those stairs yet. Yes. I didn't get to research anywhere else.
Bombarda. Hey.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oi.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find her.
Crucio. Tell me to say nothing. Might want to look up. Bombarda. Expulso. You'd have stood a chance against me. What have you done? Oh, this is...
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, here we go. My dear Otto, I have read your last letter over and over. I am certain to read it again each hour until we're able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love. And I know that you are doing all that you can to ensure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the uttermost pinnacles of happiness have been exceptionally challenging indeed, and now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie. So that's written to give this to the father. If the father read that, he'd be an idiot if he's against it.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Yeah, that sounds stupid. Why destroy that? I'm gonna free this sheep.
Revelio.
That everything? Alright. Now press on to the next area. We've done each of the optional things.
Natty must be here somewhere.
That means visible again.
Revelio.
It's 2 students. Oh, the husband was captured or something, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Tell me to find them.
Revelio.
Come back to you. Who's this person? You look like a student as well. That looks like Natty. Who's the other person supposed to be? Ah, okay, this must be the husband. This is one I just found a 1 for.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
See what it does to me. Okay, nothing.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
I don't think we know how to just separate.
These Ashwinders must pay.
Yeah, we kind of took them all out on the way in, and this is going to be more on the way out.
Revelio.
Is there a shield there? What if I was there before?
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all. Revelio.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you.
My nickname is it? Alright.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
She's not wrong. Her authorities haven't been much help. I'm not going to get arrogant. Understood.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this.
I wonder if I get a lecture as well.
We shall speak soon.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcrot as soon as you can.
Oh no, that was relics. Looks like sacrificing. And that triangular sacrifice, little pyramid thing, looking thing. Alright, what quest next? Actually, while I'm here, let's go over and sell this junk. More mail to read, is it?
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Okay, so that was for the optional part then. Is the other person going to send me something as well?
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. Hear you found a bit of treasure in the forest. Wasn't it? I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
There's people that I did quests for here. Is there anything about... You're gonna give me rewards. Hey, there's a note. No, can't talk to him.
Well, hello there. Come in, look around, and if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
Let's go meet Poppy. Turn the aircon on, actually. Getting a bit hot. Just make sure. Alright, yeah, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Pretty 29 degrees in my room.
Revelio.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can talk to centaurs.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
They won't like us. Let's think positively. They'll understand.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost.
They don't trust wizards because wizards have treated them like shit. Wizards are known for being. Centaurs are known for being wise. Fairly generic, but might be one or two between them, I guess.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fun.
Well, they found us instead. That's good. That was easy.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec.
Yeah, one.
Do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Because he knows the forest. Yeah, these moonstones we can get them everywhere. Isn't moonstone common?
Isn't
different type?
moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
Alright, let's say we trust him then.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Alright, is that the end of the quest for now?